Individuals who have experienced vaccine injury and are struggling with burnout. The aim is to provide resources and support for those who are navigating this difficult road to healing and recovery. Firstly, it's important to acknowledge the toll that the vaccine injury can take on a person's mental and physical health. It can be a long, arduous journey to regain one's health and well being. And it's important to be patient and kind with yourself during this process. One of the key components of healing from vaccine injury is taking care of oneself. This can include getting enough rest, eating a healthy and balanced live it, not diet, live it. Let's take away the word diet because words are very powerful and we we cast spells when we talk. So it's not diet, it's live it. And engaging in physical activity. Physical activity is hard if you're not able to get enough rest and you don't have financial means to eat healthy. So those components are extremely difficult and vastly skewed. There's no way. So it's important to seek out support of trusted healthcare professionals who provide guidance and treatments. Let's talk about that journey. That gets expensive very quickly. And I'm saying that out of like the kindness of my heart. First of all, I have to remember that what I did yesterday. Okay. So these vaccinations, and I talked about my back and like how it feels like it's crystallized, and other days it's just like so painful to be in my body. It's never been like this. I've been super healthy. Out of all the shit that I've been through in my lifetime, I've been super healthy. However, where it gets complicated is if you are a person of color and you already have like, oh, here it is. Let's see. We talked about that. Okay, another important aspect of healing from vaccine injury is addressing any mental health concerns that may arise. Okay. First, we have to be aware, right? Like, that's a process. Many individuals may experience anxiety, depression, or post traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, on top of coming from a life of adversity. That's not in there, but that definitely adds on to the madness. As a result of the vaccine injury, it is crucial to seek out professional help from a therapist, counselor who is experienced in treating these types of conditions. Hence the reason for the podcast that I've been taking my time with because I want to do it right and I'm making sure I've got all the key components, counselors and people who actually can hear and filter out and really speak to the heart and the mind, and we can talk about how we can stay connected or accept the fact that we do get disconnected and we are fragmented humans and we do some really, your body's going to do some things and your mind is going to be the monkey brain that just has a difficult time regulating based on your environmental circumstances and everything else that falls underneath that umbrella. So, in addition to seeking professional help, it's important to build a support system of family and friends who can provide emotional support during this challenging time, hence the virtual calls that we do. It's also helpful to connect with others who have experienced vaccine injury and are going through similar healing process. Online support groups and forums can be a great resource for connecting with others and finding a sense of community. That has been like this is the reason why I'm still here with you guys, honestly. Like I started doing virtual groups when the pandemic started, and it's $30 to get into the group. And we sit there and we process everything and we get what we need and pay it forward, we do it again. We've got over like 30 people in one group, and it has allowed me to like stay grounded as much as possible. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not always grounded. I'm not always holistic. I'm not always natural. I am just going with the flow of life on a daily basis. The mindset, though, doesn't shift. It doesn't shift. My mindset is work hard. Um, I've changed that. I lie. I do not work hard anymore. See how that program came up? I'm going to unlearn that program. The mindset is really just to just be, just be, you know, um, honor yourself, celebrate, and even celebrating myself, I have a difficult time doing. I've never done it as a child. It was never done for me. So as an adult, when I see it happening, that feeling is very dysregulating for me. It brings up too much. It's raw. It's unhealed. And on top of like healing with the body and trying to figure out where my nervous system at is on any given day and sitting with it is a full-time job. So I'm not budgeting either or. um, I'm just doing my best. You're doing your best. I'm doing my best. And I'm being very honest and having these candid conversations with you guys because vulnerability is it's needed in this space. Like it makes no sense. Um, all right, so it says it's important to remember that healing from vaccine injury is a process and it's okay to take things one day at a time. And this is funny because one day at a time for me, because one day is like 24 hours is a very long time. And I used to get a lot in 24, like a lot done in 24 hours. So now that I'm not that same person anymore because I had to grieve that, like we've grieved that loss of what was before and what is now, taking one morning at a time. This is how I break up my day. 6 to 9 a.m. I'm pretty much, meditating, going inward, hygiene and walking. And then 9 to about noon, I get on the computer, I do my writing. And then noon till about 3, I'm pretty much in meetings again. And then 3 to 6, I'm with my family. I check out and I go do my motherly duties and groceries and, all of the stuff, all of the shits that I don't want to do. And sometimes I don't even do that. I have to literally remind myself to eat. Someone who loves food, but it's also like food is tied to emotional distress, right? Because you're looking at adversity and uh, generational things. Like when did you most get in trouble? Usually when you're eating food, like when you're calm and regulated, like that's when, your things started hitting the fan, like people coming at you. And if you think about the reaction with food, it starts to be a, pro, a program in your mind that, you're emotionally eating instead of eating for fuel. So the ways our childhood has impacted everything moving forward, I just hope that you guys can find it in your heart to forgive yourself. You have to forgive for things you did not know. Your body stores, and when it's able to release, which should not be a luxury, when it's able to release, that's when you really have to be patient. And that's where, like, having friends, and I've got some really good people in my corner. Oh, I love them so much. I love them so much, and I'm so thankful for them. And I could not have gotten through this without them. Because this shit sucks. Once again, I'm just gonna be. It sucks. So, I hope this was helpful and for individuals who are experiencing vaccine injury and struggling with burnout. Um, Remember that you're not alone, and that there's hope for um, healing and recovery, and it just looks very different, and it takes like a lot for you to accept. Every day I'm still accepting parts of me. I'm a mom who is teaching her children to stay in their power, follow their heart and tap into their intuitive side. And they're really great at that. Like I don't even say anything because when they do say it, like it rings so loudly to me, and I'm like, yeah, that's what it is, right? But you're also like, as a mom, battling brain fog on a regular basis. Like the brain fog, the brain fog is intense, right? And sometimes when and I'll go to a therapist that you gel with. And I've gone to so many, and some of them I'm like, why am I sitting here? And others, like recently, like this has been the whole journey, right? Go find exactly what you need. And it's not how I thought it was going to be. It's even better, which is great. I could have these conversations with you because we're all wanting and figuring out how to do this and communicate with everybody. And I know people are like, just go on YouTube and do XYZ. Listen, I don't like to be on the camera. I'm doing this because I have so many loved ones out there, and I love you guys so much. But I don't want this, I don't want to make this a job. I don't. I'm doing this because I'm doing it for my heart space, and all the other stuff just is beyond me. So, anyways, I love you guys. I don't know who this is for, but I appreciate you. I love you. Ashe.